yesterday.
Okay.
Does the county commission have to approve the transfer of these funds?
I think it's clearly within the scope of the county commission authority to approve. It's the commission's money.
Well, in that case, then I think that these ambiguities need to be resolved, and I would like, before anything is transferred anywhere, for this to be a recommendation from the investment committee.
Okay.
That's my feelings
Yes.
on it.
I agree.
Okay, no problem. I appreciate it. Thank you. We'll make sure those changes are clear, those items are clarified.
So we'll hold this over until further notice?
Yes.
Okay. Thank you.
Yes.
Commissioner, the next item was put on as a precautionary measure, number 25, to be voted on today, to adopt a resolution declaring the existence of a local emergency affecting public health and safety as a consequence of Hurricane Delta.
And I'm assuming this is probably still necessary. I mean, the latest projections really have taken us completely out of the cone, I think.
It has, but Pensacola said the same thing when Sally came and it made that left turn. I know Pascagoula has passed an emergency resolution, and since the governor also invoked one, we thought it might be best just to have
So
it
better
in place.
safe than sorry in the event that
In the
something
event that way,
unexpected
we'll be ready to
happens.
go.
Everybody's shaking their heads, so okay, I agree then.
Okay,
Second.
Thank you.
moved, right?
Oh, yeah, I did. I
Second.
made the motion.
okay.
I was thinking it.
26, consider accepting invitation to a Stepping Up Innovator County relating to the Stepping Up initiative to reduce the number of people with mental illnesses in jails. 27, consider approving a one-time increase from up to 15 hours at $10 per hour to up to 20 hours at $10 per hour, not to exceed $200, to sanitize schools after the general election held on November 3rd, 2020, due to COVID-19 pandemic for voting machine operations.
Increase what?
It's going to be increased from 15 hours to 20 hours. At
What are
10
we increasing?
Pay to the school staff that has to stay over. Usually a janitorial person that has to keep the building open, and you
Okay.
would have to stay extra hours to have it sanitized.
So,
Okay, so that needs to be in there somewhere,
Okay, we'll have that in there, Commissioner.
to increase one-time increase to school janitorial staff or something,
Okay.
whatever the correct language is.
28.
can we go back to 26? Is there anyone here that could talk about this Stepping Up Innovator County program? Is there anybody who knows any? Okay.
I got the request, and it's just in the, it's in the, you know how to do that? Is that it? Okay, thanks.
Good morning.
Good morning.
I'm Dr. Cindy Gibson from Alta Point.
Great to have you. Thank you for being here.
Thank
We
you.
just wondered if you could kind of give us an overview of what the Stepping Up Innovator program is and how that will work.
Certainly. In 2015, you all signed the resolution that Commissioner Ledgood was part of passing that for Mobile to become a Stepping Up County. And last year, the Department of Mental Health funded a grant program which allowed us, it was for $50,000, it allowed us to put a case manager in Mobile Metro Jail and to work with Mobile Infirmary. And the goal of the Stepping Up initiative is to decrease the number of arrests of individuals with serious mental illness and substance use disorders, to decrease the number of days that they spend in jail, because they do tend to stay in jail longer. They don't have the ability to bond out. And to link them to treatment, get them back into services, back on medication, so that they're less likely to reoffend, and to reduce the recidivism rate. And in the past year, we have screened over 7,000 individuals at the jail who serious mental illness diagnosis or substance use diagnosis. And we currently have 138 participants in the program who are receiving treatment actively and case management services. And of all of the enrollees that we've had over the past year, only 2 have reoffended. So it's to be named an innovator county by the Stepping Up initiative, which is a nationwide initiative, is huge. There are only about 20 counties in the entire U.S., none in Alabama, who have been named an innovator county. That means that we have used a standardized data collection measure in jail for screening, and that we have conducted the program in a way that we're providing clinical assessment, treatment, and working towards those 4 key measures, reducing recidivism and arrest. So,
Well, thank you very much, Dr. Gibson. It sounds like this program is really having an impact.
it is, definitely.
And it's so very, very important, because I think that is a major problem in our jail population.
It absolutely is. And we've formed, we've worked with the jail for years, but we have a unique collaborative relationship that has really blossomed over the last year with the warden and with the NAFCARE staff. We have every other month planning committee meetings, which Commissioner Ludgood or designee attends, and it has been really a great success for us, and we hope to actually keep it going. We've been funded for another year, so we're going to add another case manager onto the program, because the caseload is so huge. And even COVID, without being able to go into the jail, we made some adjustments where our case manager is able to go out into the field and meet with people at their homes or whatever address they're providing when they're booked, and get them into services that way. So it's been really a really good thing for Mobile County, I think.
Excellent.
We
And the
appreciate
reason
y'all.
it's on the agenda is because we got the invitation from NACO asking if we would accept a designation. And so just need to vote to accept the designation.
Right, it's a huge honor.
It is an honor.
Can we do that today?
I'll make the motion.
Second?
Here we go.
Thank you.
Okay.
And I want to also thank you for the support letters for the Crisis Diversion Center that we recently solicited you guys for, and we're hopeful that Mobile gets that. That will also be a huge relief for our individuals living with mental illness in the community. So,
What's the decision-making time on that?
we expect to hear something by the end of this month.
Okay.
And we're very hopeful that we get that. I don't know why we wouldn't. It's huge.
right.
So,
Thank you.
Thank
very
you.
much.
Okay. Number 28, considering the following action on bids, and let me say, on the last 2 bids, the vendor, it states CDC. In actuality, that should be C, P as in Paul, C. So we'll make those changes. Number 29, consider approving amendment to the contract with TDA Inc. for professional, technical, and expert services to include CDBG-C program and scope of work subject to legal review. We have one add-on. First add-on, consider approving CDP-101-21 sponsorship with the Mount Vernon Willing Workers Civic Corporation in an amount of $1,500 from District 1 funds to provide transportation to voters to and from the polls from 7 a.m. until 7 p.m. for the general election on November 3rd, 2020. And that's it for administration, Commissioners.
Okay. Mr. Kegley?
Yes. Commissioners,
Good morning.
item number 1, recommend and approve amendment number 1 to the professional services agreement with Neil Schaefer on the Mobile County Soccer Complex Phase 2. Item 2, recommend authorizing the acquisition of property and acceptance of right-of-way deeds on the 4 projects listed. Item 3, recommend awarding the bid for the resurfacing and striping of Sam Lewis Road to John G. Walton for their bid. That's our first Rebuild Alabama project of the FY 2020 year. Item 4, recommend awarding the bid for Boothtown Road to John G. Walton for their bid. Item 5, recommend awarding the bid for Phil and Jim Road, one of our 2016 pay-as-you-go projects, to HCL Contracting for their bid. Item 6, recommend authorizing to advertise and receive bids for some intersection improvements at Jeff Hamilton Road, Repole Road, Cottage Hill Road. Item 7, recommend authorizing to advertise and receive bids for the resurfacing of McDonald Road, one of our 2016 pay-as-you-go projects.
What's FDR?
That's short for full depth reclamation.
Full what?
Full depth.
Full depth.
Instead of just resurfacing over the top, Commissioner, this is the process where we go in and we grind up the existing pavement and the base underneath it, and we add a cement additive in there and allow that to set, and then we resurface over the top of that, so it gives you a much improved base for the heavy loads that road has been experiencing.
So it has nothing to do Franklin Delano Roosevelt.
It does not.
Thank you.
Item 8, recommend authorizing to advertise and receive bids for one of our 2016 pay-as-you-go projects, Hilltop Road and Walther Road. Item 9, recommend approving preliminary and final plat of Deacle Farmstead, which is in Commission District 3. Also approving preliminary and final plat of the resub of lots 2 and 3, D.L. Atchison Farmettes, Phase 1, that's in Commission District 3. Also approving preliminary and final plat of Mahays subdivision, which is Commission District 3. And approving preliminary and final plat of Retail Old Pascagoula subdivision, which is also in Commission District 3. Item 10, recommend assigning a contract for professional engineering services for the East Elm Street water and sewer utility relocation to Neil Schaefer. Item 11, recommend assenting to the county engineer's approval of an extension of the approval for the preliminary plat of Cambridge Place Phase 4. Item 12, recommend approving right-of-way and easement agreement for Track 1 on one of 2018 pay-as-you-go projects. Item 13, recommend approving right-of-way and or easement agreement for Track 1 on our Sunset Road Bridge Replacement Project. And Commissioners, we had one add-on that came in late yesterday. We recommend authorization of the acquisition of property and acceptance of a right-of-way for Track 1 on Sunset Bridge Replacement Project, which is in Commission District 3. Commissioners, that is our very last timber bridge we're going to be replacing.
This your what?
Very last timber bridge.
Timber bridge.
Timber.
We don't make timber bridges anymore.
We're getting away from timber bridges, yes.
Quite an ordeal to get that one done, I'm like.
Jay Ross was instrumental in getting this gentleman signed up, by the way.
Well, good, he did something.
Even a blind squirrel get corn once in a while.
Okay.
Very good.
Anything else? Anything for the good of the order? Okay, we stand adjourned. We'll see you again on Tuesday at 9:30. Thank you. Have a good, safe weekend.
I forgot about that. Oh, yeah. So the hurricane's not coming here over here? The hurricane's not coming this way?